Oops, I just clicked a random link. Boom. Although that was mainly because my local bet rank is so low now that I don't even give a shit. I'm just like betting randomly. But still, ha. Okay. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh yes. Game number 2. Game number 2. It's gonna be on Tau Cross, and iFU is up 1-0. So here we go. Okay. Oh man, look at this, just leading out with the big guns. At the top right, as the green Zerg, we have Sass Siki. And on the left side, as the orange Terran, we have iFU Marwin. And man, this is going to be a legendary match. I can feel it in my bones. I mean, these guys are basically the best players on their respective teams. I mean, on iFU, it's arguable whether it's like Marwin or Eon Zerg, perhaps. Cryok also has a really good record, even though I'm pretty sure it's not quite as good as Marwin or Eon Zerg, but still. Zeke obviously the best foreigner at the moment. And, yeah, this is gonna be crazy. Marwin versus Zeke. Dang! It's crazy. And Tau Cross, not going to be quite as difficult for the Zerg in the late game as well. So I'm sure Zeke's going to be happy about that. But I guess we shall see here. Of course, it's a completely flat map with no ramps, no high ground anywhere. I guess except like the clippable natural. So yeah, gotta be aware of like obnoxious drops up there. But otherwise, ooh! We have a 9 pool from Zeke. That is curious. Meanwhile, just a normal barracks in the base here from Marvin. It actually feels, I don't know, like a hair early, but yeah, no, it's basically correct. Anyway, oh no, I'm sorry. There's an Overlord here already. It was an Overpool, not an Overpool. So I was not paying attention at all. Too busy geeking out over how awesome these players are. Okay, so that's less surprising. So hatchery goes down. Good times. Right before being blocked by annoying SCB guy. And I'm gonna eat some grapes while nothing's happening. So it looks like 1 Rax expand here from Arin. Pretty standard. I might build a bunker first, yeah. Because he sees the links coming out. So he's slightly concerned about that, but we can see Zeke just throwing him up behind it. Nothing too serious. I assume the SCB saw no gas as well, so he knows it's not some kind of crazy early link speed. Anyway, so yeah, looks like a 3rd hatchery as well. So fairly normal openings from both players. I mean, Zeke didn't 12 hatch, but of course, 12 hatching on Tau Cross can be slightly risky because your opponent can do like a depot block here and bunker rush you, which is super obnoxious to defend. So it's quite possibly why he opted to go for the overpool. Well, I think Zeke, I think, goes for overpool more often than many of the Zergs. Ooh, obnoxious. I like it. Oh, Marvin's not even continuing production. Did he not realize he lost the SCB there? Is he like too busy microing this SCB? Cool. Second barracks, so it's going to be 2 racks of cannon follow-up. And SCB guy's going to go in here, he's going to see a 3rd hatch. I think he saw that 3rd hatch. So he's going to know Zeke's just going for 3 hatch, well, presumably 3 hatch beta. Man, this is actually really annoying. The bunker seems to not range the top, so he's put the Marines out here to help defend. But again, it's only 2 Marines, so 5 Lings can still snipe off SCVs. Man, Zeke Lings are just so scary. I mean, you'd think with the bunker here and everything that, you know, most normal Zergs would just kind of back off and be like, alright, there's a bunker there, I'm not going to do anything. But look at Zeke. Really just being ultra aggressive with these Lings. Oh my goodness. And really delaying this command center by a lot. I mean, look at this. Marvin having to constantly micro the SCVs back and delay constructing there. So Ziki finally goes out, but really delayed that by so long. So there's the Academy. As I said, 2x Acad follow-up. And Scouting SCV is still alive on the map. Ziki didn't actually pull any of their other links back. He just left these 3 at the front to check for any kind of quick marine attacks from the Terrans. Because of course, a lot of Terrans nowadays actually, after they kill a few of the initial links, like if the Zerg's being aggressive like that, they will just go for very aggressive, you know, just 4 or 5 Marines, just run across the map to try and kill what they can kill. Possibly inspired by those ridiculous flash runs where he did that. But it looks like, oh, lucky SCV gets in with 5 HP. Again, not too much to see there. Is a Spire being made? Yep, there it is at the third. So SCV might die before it goes back there. Wow, Ziki didn't even shoot it with a drone there. There's only 1 shot left. So the SCV even going to see the exact Spire timing from Marwyn. So Marwyn knows exactly what's going on. So he should be able to react perfectly. You know, not build the turrets too early. Have exactly what he needs to defend. Just need building a couple of fire bouts already. So it looks like he's going for an early move out here to try and force some Sunkens before the Mutas come out. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Going to put on some pressure. Wants Ziki to build at least a couple of Sunken colonies here, or at least some more links. One or the other. And the fire bats are there to just help out. If there's, you know, a crazy link counterattack, they can obviously help stop that, or they can go join with the main force and still be pretty good against, well, basically against Zerglings, so that's what they're for. So here we go. Bit of a surround coming in here. There's the stim. It's a late stim though, but he still holds it off, loses just a couple of Marines, and has forced a second Sunken colony from Ziki, so should be happy with that now. Might poke in a bit more, but I mean, Ziki should be fine with just the 2 Sunkens and with these links. No real reason for him to build anything else, although there are some more reinforcements coming out. Marwyn being really aggressive here in the early game. But, you know, that just means that when the Mutas come out, these Marines aren't going to be able to run home. They will just have to die fighting, basically. And he sees the 2 Sunkens there. He's going to wait for a couple more units. When that 3rd medic gets there, he might be able to go for a break here. You can see Ziki's position his links to go for a flank, but there are a couple of fire bats there. The Mutas are on the way. He's only got like 10 seconds to move in. Okay, he's not going to go in. He's going to move back here. But I don't think these Marines can actually make their way home. And they're even running along the cliff edge here, so it's going to allow the Mutas to pick them off pretty easily. Any upgrade? Nope. So yeah, the turrets are going up. Looks like a couple of scans at the bottom right, as you can see. One here in particular, seeing that there's no 3rd base for the Zerg just yet. In the meantime, turrets going up just in the nick of time. Look at that, Marwyn delaying until the last possible moment to make the turrets. That's a mark of a great player. And actually, the Marines somehow do make it all the way back. I'm a little surprised by that. Looks like he had his timing absolutely perfect. That was literally down to the last second there. I cannot believe they actually all just got away. That is pretty crazy. Alright, awesome. Marwyn, man, this guy is pretty good. He's actually a great player. And if he beats Ziki, that would be crazy. Because could you imagine if Ziki and Michael come out in the first 2 sets and both lose in this clan war? I mean, that would just boggle my mind. Anyway, interestingly enough, I actually was looking at the Liquipedia page for like all the Gambits Cup regular season results, and I just realized that in iFU versus Net Wars, which is like a pretty crucial matchup, Eon Zerg didn't even come out to play, and they still beat Net Wars. So that just shows that iFU is no joke. They're a seriously strong team. Definitely helps that Cryok is just beast moding it up now. I don't know what that guy's on, but it's working. Ooh, a couple of Mutas fall immediately. And gonna lose another one there. Oh man, Ziki's Mutas not doing that much damage, although the SP count is not that high, although taking just so much turret fire on the way out again. Ziki does have his 3rd base going up now. He really doesn't need to be overly aggressive with these Mutas here. He's making some more, but still. Oh wait, no, he does have the Queen's the Hydra. Now I was gonna say, is he just going straight crazy there? No, he does have the Hydra, but he doesn't have the Evo chamber for +1 carapace yet, which is a little bit surprising. Normally, the standard ZBT, you get the Evo chamber roughly the same time as the Hydra, and you can get that +1 carapace straight away. But Ziki seems to have delayed that for some reason. Anyway, it's like Marwyn is now confident enough to move out with his Marines. And Ziki's pulling back. A quick note, by the way, that earlier today in the Defiler tournament, Skyline actually 2-1 Ziki in the winner's bracket. So yeah, Zeke, I mean, I think of all his three matchups, CBT is definitely Zeke's weakest. You know, even though he is a monstrously good player, definitely I think iFU's best chance to beat him is actually setting out Marwin. And here we go, looks like random fire bat gonna get picked off. Marines pushing down towards the third base. There's no lurkers here just yet. There's one Hydra, but again, there isn't even a ramp here. I think, was that just a scan? I think there was a scan to check any lurkers, but oh, looks like the lurkers are actually just in time to intercept the main Marine force. So Marwin, oh my god, what the hell, Marwin, I thought he saw it! Whoa! Marwin making a bit of a blunder there, suiciding a bunch of units, even though I was sure that he saw those lurkers there, or at least heard the burrow. Maybe he just, I don't know, miscontrolled or something, but the hive is now done. A few more units joining the fray. The first vessel looks like it's queued up behind the dropship, and the Marines now, after losing a couple of their medics and a few of their number, aren't really able to move forward. Although it looks like he's going a little bit more. He's going to scan it. Is he actually going to try and go for it? No, he's not. There's a few too many lurkers there, and he doesn't actually know where the mutas are. So if he goes for it and the mutas coming from behind, he could easily lose all of those Marines. It looks like Marines continue to be annoying with these mutas, delaying a second engine a little bit. Maybe going to throw off the upgrade timing a bit. And wow, actually forces a cancel from Marwin, but his second engineer is actually under attack as well. Bringing back a couple of Marines. Really doesn't want to lose that upgrade though. He's going to bring a couple of SCVs to repair, it looks like. He has to be careful. Even though the Marine's going to change direction now because there's too many lurkers over here. They're going to go towards a natural. Actually, not as many lurkers over here, but with a couple of Sunkens and some, you know, nice reinforcement for the main, I don't think it's going to make too much headway. And looks like Zeke's upgrades actually, he's gone for double Evo. Instead of getting the earlier Evo and getting the faster carapace, he's actually gone for double Evo, so he's getting melee and carapace at the same time. But look at this, it's going to be an elevator into the back of the main. Oh my god, this is such a smart idea. He has so much space here in the back of the main, and Zeke doesn't have great Overlord coverage, so he's probably not going to see it. His Overlord is a little bit too high. I don't know if that's in range. It might barely be. It looks like the mutas are pulling back. It seems that Zeke, yes, he does have Overlords coming over here, so he knows what's going on, but there's a drop. Is he going to elevate more units in? The Scourge probably going to be able to pick off that dropship, but it looks like he's not paying attention. He's too busy taking down the Marines, so it looks like actually those Marines are going to get cleaned up in good time here. Man, I thought that would go so well, but it looks like not quite. Although Marwin is not done yet, he's going to elevator more units in here, just taking advantage of this small little position to try and do maximum damage. Looks like he's finally got those double E-bays up, but the drop in the main isn't really going to do much. Actually, it looks like that dropship does get picked off. And that is the end of that attack. So good idea by Marwin, but unfortunately for him, did get spotted. And now he's actually not that far ahead in supply. Look at this, 95 supply for Marwin against 97 for Zeke. So Marwin now is actually not in great shape here for some reason. His SCV count seems relatively low, actually, at his natural at least. And now getting a second starport. But yeah, Marwin seemed to be in a better position before, now not so much, and Zeke is definitely stabilized. He's even taking a fourth base now at the bottom right, because he can definitely afford that. He's got all the lurkers defending, he's got his Defilers out. Looks like Marwin though does have a couple of Spider Mines. Oh man, those guys could do so much more damage. Marwin though with a nice spread, is he going to go for it? No, looks like there's a Dark Swarm, not going to allow him to go for that, and actually all his Marines don't have any medics with them, so that's Stim, costing them a lot of HP. A couple of medics finally going to rejoin this group here. Meanwhile, some Marines sneaking around the side, I'm not really sure where they're going. But yeah, Zeke is now in pretty good shape. He is looking all right. Meanwhile, the building placement is a little bit weird over here. It's not terrible, but like I don't know why he basically drew a circle around this base. He's got like a nice little open pasture in the middle of his base or something. Not really sure what that's for. Anyway. A couple of random Marines moving down to the bottom left here just to make sure the Zerg doesn't sneakily take that. Meanwhile, ooh, gotta be careful with these vessels. Oh no, 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 no! Aww. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Lurkers burrowing under the siege tanks and doesn't quite get that one. Oh no, Barton makes Lurker. Oh, picks off that tank as well. But one tank remaining, gonna force these Lurkers back. And meanwhile, there's a drop in the main base. Looks like Marwin for some reason only picked up 3 Marines at a medic instead of the full load there. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's the misclick or something. So these 3 Marines actually not going to quite do as much as they possibly could have. Actually getting cleaned up fairly easily by these 1-1 Zerglings. The Zerg upgrade is actually the same as the Marines, so they're both 1-1 here, although 2-2 looks like it's well ahead of what the Zerg has. Well, a few random units here on the side. Not sure what's going on here. I think they might have just been leftovers from what were supposed to be elevated into Zeke's main. Marwin now moving down towards the bottom right base. He's only got one tank. He's got a decent number of Marines. Oh man, he's got to not lose these though. Marwin not paying attention. Oh man, what just happened there? He did not realize there were lings there or something, and he's also just running random Marines here. Does he have a rally point there or something? I have no idea. But Marwin has just lost his entire presence on the map. He's gone for another drop in the main base, but he no longer has a standing army anywhere. He's just got reinforcements now coming out of his main base. Adding on additional factories, getting some science missile energy, it looks like, and the drop the main seems to be doing some decent damage, it looks like. He's attacking the extractor though, which is a complete waste. Really should be attacking the defiler mound. I think the upgrade will finish, but oh man, look at this, just wasting all that damage. Okay, finally changing targets there. It looks like fire energy does finish. He's going to be able to get that. Defiler mound looks like the Ling's moving in here. Going to try and pick off the Marines. It looks like, oh man, because of the target fire, oh, he gets it. He gets the defiler mound, but he's now facing an army coming towards his natural here, and he doesn't have too much to deal with it. Again, just no ground units remaining. He's got his third base, but not much else. He's got a few random mines and vultures on the map, but that is it. Just gonna have to use some irradiates to help deal with this. I don't know why his army's so small here. It looks like it's just he doesn't have a very good economy. His saturation isn't fantastic. And again, you can see at the third base, he doesn't have that many SCVs really that he should have. And the vessel count isn't that high either. I mean, Zeke's mining happily on this 4 gas. He's got his ultra cavern. He's going to start getting some ultras out on the way as well. I really think Marwin actually has a barracks rallied over here. He just keeps having random dudes somehow run over here. It must be a weird rally. Anyway, whoop, dropship, dodging all the Scourge. Unfortunately, all the SCVs are under fire now. He's going to have to pull back and lose mining from his third. Going to try and do some more damage with this drop. Oh, there's a couple of Scourge here. He's going to be careful though. And Zeke sees it straight away. Oh, only a single Marine gets out. Marwin, oh, he doesn't even lift the command center in time. Marwin in serious trouble now. He's down 20 supplies, lost his third base. Zeke mining off 4 bases. Looks like he is at least going to be able to clear out the front of his natural. But Zeke proving to be a little bit too strong after all, even though Marwin was looking in decent shape. So Zeke now with complete map control, he's running out with the units. He's just sending in random lings by themselves because he knows that there isn't actually that much Terran force, and in these very small numbers, the lings can actually be relatively cost efficient even without any defilers here. But I'm gonna play 4 Marines just because, why the hell not? And Marwin losing the last of his stuff, gonna go out with double drops. He doesn't even have enough units to fill the dropships. But gonna do like a last-ditch effort. If he can do some insane damage at both these bottom left bases, maybe he can do something. I wonder if he's just gonna drop these 2 Marines on the high ground or something. Because that would be cute. Oh, I think that dropship that went here got Scourge or something. I don't see it anymore. I think that one got Scourge, and now Marwin's facing storms in his natural. So yeah, just this dropship's gonna land, but that's gonna get cleaned up easy peasy. And that was Marwin's last hope. He is he's manor depoting the 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's not so useful anymore. Sorry, dude. Marwin trying to hold on. He's got hope still. You know, he's a Terran player. They're pretty durable. But when you have Dark Storms in your natural, that is a very bad situation. It's like Zeke just trying to send a few more units. He's sending a lot of scattered groups of units here. I mean, now that Marwin's kind of stabilized a little bit, this is less efficient, but oh, there are the lurkers in the front. And here we go, the lurker link moving in. There's no Dark Storm this time, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Marwin's doing a good spread, but he realizes he doesn't have enough units. There's too many links supporting. Gonna be pushed back again. Whoa, nice cripple irradiate there. That's pretty cool looking. So Marwin is stuck. Hydra's coming out. Man, Marwin is just being really tenacious here, even though he's like, what, 20 supply behind with almost mined out bases. It's gonna be mined out in about a minute or so. 2 minutes. Here we go. Is this gonna be the last attack? The ultras are here. GG! Siki is still too strong and evens up the score 1-1. It wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. No way you can take out Siki. The only person who can take out Siki is Amlax. Or Amlach, or whatever it is. Good times, good times. Alright, so game number 3 is going to be on Eye of the Storm. Not Empire of the Sun, Eye of the Storm. Alright, I got it.